Yo, we're back on the Banana Sandwich SMP, and we got a little bit of work done here. I put in a little bit of a trail type thing, and a bunch of lighting, and even some floating lanterns, which are really cool. We got Dave in the background looking very, very nice. He's all blacked out mouth and stuff. Then over here, we got it's kind of a tree growing out of the portal, which I thought was really cool. And then we got some of the pale moss, this kind of like converting the normal moss from the portal and stuff like that. So we got lots of different lightings. I think it's really cool and it looks really nice. I mean, even without shaders, it looks really nice. But let's fly out here. I also got some paper lanterns that are flying out here. I thought were a really cool little addition to it. Everything should be spawn proof, so I'm not too worried right now, even though I probably should be. For these lanterns over here, what I did was just like a trapdoor with a lantern underneath, and then two armor stands on top of it, crisscrossed with the cactus flowers on top. And I think that came out really good. I like it. I only did a few of them, but I think it came out really nice and adds just a little extra stuff. Like the lighting is not really the point of it. Everything else is lit up by stuff like this, where there's a torch underneath there. And then once we get up to the top, he also still has an entrance, but it's all kind of blacked out so that you don't have to see it from down there. So we got some rules over here and then still an empty book. I'm going to have to change the rules in that one because those are not accurate anymore. And then we got some places to sleep. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do on these spots. It might just be some armor stands, like, aesthetic stuff. But yeah, I think this room looks really nice. And this one also is just my storage room for right now. So we will decide to put stuff there too. Maybe these will be like counters and they will have some of the cool stuff that you can find in the actual I don't know what you call it, labyrinth type thing. It's not really a labyrinth, but it has some of the same characteristics. And then in these first three rooms, it's all kind of just cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, and just like mazes to get into where you're supposed to go. In the last part of the third room, it kind of goes into just cobblestone, but I am gonna fix that. I will be adding more mossy stuff to it and maybe just some decorations on the edge. But then we get into the next set of rooms, and in these I do not have anything done yet. I will have to decorate them. I will have to kind of decide what I'm gonna turn this next set of rooms into. Maybe it'll just be like stone bricks, stuff like that, and then we'll have kind of themes per room or set of rooms that you go into. So maybe the first one, I'll change this block up here into like a mossy cobblestone one, and then this block down here can be like a brick. And then the next set of rooms, which is going to be over here, this will branch out, and then I will be able to decide if it goes up or over there or down or way all the way over here. But I kind of still have to check on how the redstone's going to reach it all because I still need to put in a reset button. But we'll get to that in time. Other than that, I do have a frog quest that I need to do, which is give a mob some lore and a name and a house or something like that. And so I think what I wanted to do is put right over here, I might make this forest a little bit taller and stuff, and then maybe put the land down a little bit. But I want to make a like Baba Yaga witch hut thing with like chicken feet, um, and then put a witch in it, and then lock her in it so that she can't get out and hurt everyone over here. I think that would just be a really fun idea, and I have to do it anyway, so might as well go big or go home, right? I did a little bit of work over here, making some bigger trees and stuff like that, and kind of getting the area over here a little bit ready for the hut. I got this little place dug out with some like stuff underneath where it looks like it's kind of like roughed up because the hut has stood up. And then, yeah, I got some bigger trees, which was really, really annoying to do because I kept having to build a tree up a little bit and then put dirt on it and then plant the tree and do it like that. But finally got it all looking kind of how I want it to, and then now I just gotta start building the actual like foundation and stuff like that. And yeah, I think so. We're gonna have it kind of like this, where it's gonna be like front toe. And then over here we'll have one. Actually, these are going to be kind of like this, I think. No, we'll have them all be these, I think. Like that. And then another one. Actually, this might be too close together. But yeah, we're going to have some chicken legs that kind of go like that. And then actually, it will probably be back here so that the house can be centered and not have the feet in the very front. But we'll try and work out a design and then see how that starts coming along. I thought I was going to have to move them back, but then because of this part going back, it would put it too far in the back. So I think I still got to stay up there. Um, I don't know how I feel about the back of it. We'll make some more of these. Put this in here. This in here. How did I do that? Like this? Nope. No. Messing it all up. Messing it all up. I think we're going to want it to be kind of like this. Well, not any of this. But we're going to want it to start out here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. That should stop right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll make 9 this direction. Then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. 8, 9? Yeah, this will be perfect, I think. Okay, so it'll be 7 by 9 inside. That's not too bad. That's a pretty big area. Um, we'll do like 3, 4 tall, maybe. Why? Thought it was just gonna be a stupid skeleton. That's why you don't build at night. Everything's stupid. Lol. So after a slight incident with a creeper, uh, we got stuff fixed up. I believe all of it fixed up. And then we got a bottom on here. We got room. I did a little bit in there, but not really yet. I wanted to kind of wait for that. Ouch. But yeah, we got some lighting and a roof in here. I just gotta add some decorations, and then we'll be able to get a witch in here. I also have the name tag for it. And then we will have it all set up, and I can get it locked in there. I think above the door. So the plan for the door is going to be something like this. There's going to be a bunch more decorations around it, but we're going to take some of this. We're going to have one of these right here. So it kind of just looks like the things around the door, but the witch will not be able to get in and out of here. And then we got 2 things there. We can put some podzol in those and then put some mushrooms in them. And then kind of decorate with some leaves over the top of it and leaves off the bottom of it, stuff like that. And kind of make it look like it's been weathered a little bit by being in the middle of all these trees. We'll definitely put some more leaf litter all around and stuff like that because all of the leaves will be falling off of the house. And yeah, I think that about does it until we find a witch to put in it. That being said, I do have a villager and some water over here. Hopefully, if we get some thunder and he gets struck, then we will have our witch. Otherwise, I'll have to find one out in the world and try and bring it all the way over here. And that's never fun. But I'll get it looking all nice in there and maybe get the witch in and stuff and get it all settled. And then we can hop back into working in the game up there. So we got a bit of work done over here. Kind of decorated it a bunch, got the whole front done. There's still a lot of work on the sides to be done. But underneath, we got a bunch of particles that will pop up. We got ender chests all along in the edges and stuff. And I think it gives a really nice, spooky little witch feel. And then inside is where I did all the work. So in here we got this, which I thought was very, very cool. It's like a lava and then a little pot just hanging from there, which is armor stands, obviously. A lot of armor stands in here. So we got a fireplace with custom background in there. We got a spider head over here. We got some nice paintings, some of the best paintings. We got spider eyes just hanging around. We got an extra cauldron. I don't know what it's for. We got some end stuff. We got dragon's breath. We got brewing stand, all sorts of stuff, and then anything that a witch might need, that looks a little magical. We even got a wandering trader head. And then in here we got some deep dark stuff, we got some redstone stuff, and then we got some slime. And I don't know, I just think it all really came together pretty well. We'll probably just break a hole in the roof and drop a witch in when we get one. Before we get too invested in all that, maybe it's time to move back into the mountain and build some rooms up there. So it's been a little bit since the last recording. I went to Sweden for a bit, and I also got a lot done on stuff around here, so let's go check it out. So over here we got a little caterpillar. I got a little carried away with some armor stands for a little bit. I got some bees, some big bees, and a giant dragonfly up there. I got this little campfire cookout and a little camp. Another little bee over here. We also have a bee's nest for the big ones. So there's a little bee in there. We got some more stuff up there that I'll get to in a second. Over here we got a Totoro. I was going to make like a little bus stop, but I think I'm just going to leave him there. He's just hanging out in the forest. And then down here we got a little alligator. He's just hanging out. But then over here we got a little frog pond. There's going to be some more stuff in here. I'm going to make the pond a little bit nicer. Thalassel is going to be moving a little bit closer with some stuff, so there's a bunch of buildings moving their way over here that will kind of connect also. We got a little bit of a duck pond going on, and we got a Loch Ness monster. Then if we land on the dragonfly, we can see a little village thing I just completed. It's not really a village, it's got like 3 or 4 houses, and they're just connected in on the hill a little bit. I just thought it gives it a little bit more life up there. So I've just been adding stuff like that to give it a little bit more life around here. I think I'm still going to add some stuff down here. I still have a spot right there that I want to put another type of little house. I was thinking in this little strawberry house I have, but I think it might be a little bit too big. So I'll find something else to put right there. I have a few little creatures I'd like to put in the forest a little bit more, and then we can get back to work up here. I did do a little bit of work in here. I did some redstone, like adding a reset button. That's not how it's going to look, but I just wanted it to be recognizable right now. And then if you go in here and you push the button, it starts the game and you get locked in, and then the reset button will block that. If you turn it off, you can also go back through, but yeah, it locks you in. And then if you go down to the next one, I did a little bit of work down here too. So this one opens up doors. It didn't open up all the doors. So I think when I last left off, this was just kind of a little ledge right here, and I've kind of started making it into more rooms. There's another place up here, which has different ways that you can go. Some lead to mazes, some lead to dead ends. But then after you find your way through that whole second level area, you will find your way down to here, which I think I'm going to have be 2 or 3 separate rooms that all branch off into different ones like that. So you can have like a choose your own adventure type thing. I will probably have a couple people come in and make a different room, maybe one over here, one here, and then one over there. And then we will branch off however we can and hope for the best, really. But before I do that, I should probably do some more decorations and stuff outside, right? Or I guess I should decorate the inside stuff too. But we'll save that for next time. So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!